Perfect. Hello there. Good evening. Uh, yeah. So, I just decided to try something new. So, tonight, since it is, I think it's Saturday, the 18th of October, I thought for a change of pace, let's just explore marine traffic. But before we do that, I think we could do with a bit of music. Let's see. What would be a good. Easy. Let's build some easy listening. Bear with us for a moment. Let's see. Sorry, new to this. Do apologize. Okay, dokie. I think we are live. Let's just make sure we are. Yeah, we are. Okie doke, so let's see. Sorry, this is Windows 11. I upgraded. And I've got VCL. Yes, I know. It's okay. That's okay. So, media, audio, let's see. Add to playlist. Save playlist file. Bear with us. It's okay. I'm just trying to find the right music. Let's try some easy listening. Alright. Okie dokie. There we go. Open. Play. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Ah, ever the professional. Ever the professional. Okay, let's wind that down a bit. Okay, doke. Think that's still a bit too loud. Let's see what sounds like. Are we live? Yes, we are. I don't. Okay, testing. Oh, I'm really quiet. This is really weird. Okay. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, let's try that now. I think we should be okay. Gosh day. Let's play. Let's go back to the start. Oh, crikey. Oh, that's... Okay, that didn't make a difference. Yeah, okay. Okie doke. Yeah, that'll have to do. There we go. Rightio. Yeah. So, let's just jump in. Let's look at this thing. So let's close. Let's see. OBS, don't let me down. There we go. Put you there. So, yeah. Apologies. It's my phone. Okay, I will do. So, if you don't know what marine traffic is, so pretty much every boat around the world has a little device. a tracking device, and it shows you where things are, basically. You get this on your phone as well. And honestly, it's... Oh. That's... Sorry, I just looked at the bit rate. It says 0 frames. Okay. Anyway, back to that. So, here's the UK. And the best, like, so marine traffic, you get to see all sorts of traffic. And I think the Netherlands, where are you hiding, you beautiful son of a gun? Yes, I think, where is Rotterdam? I find this really cool because Rotterdam's amazing. I'll try and find it. I actually don't know. There you are. If you zoom in, normally there's tons of shipping day in, day out. Now, I find this really interesting. Like, imagine how much cargo is coming into port, going out of port, and I think you can even click on them. And you get to see the little, like, ships, like, moored, what's, like, vessel details. Chemical, Marvin Faith, Rotterdam, it's oil chemical, is under Panama. Neat. Yeah. I know this is probably not what you're used to. I'm used to doing gaming content on this thing. But I'm kind of... Nah. If I'm going to be honest. It's not... I kind of just want a break from it. So let's see. Where am I now? Let's see. Berlin, Germany. Oh, there is. Yep, some boats in Prague. Yeah, this is pretty much the stream. I'm just going to wander about the place looking at ships to have have some pleasant music on. Oh, there's Strasbourg. I see it. They're going up there. Let's see. Albania. Italia. This is the Med. Turkey. Egypt. Aha. Suez. That's usually pretty good just to see what's really going on there. Like, this is the canal that a few years ago got blocked off and it stopped, well, international shipping. Look at that. Look how many ships are there. Distillation ports. There's tons of them. Yeah. Gaza. Yeah, there won't be that many. I don't know what that is. Ah, yes. What that is, it calls off satellite, so it bounces up, satellite back down, depending on where you are in the world. They won't actually allow, they strongly advise that you turn off. Bit too high bit rate. Ah, well. So, Cyprus. I think there's a base somewhere around there. I think it's a UK base. So there it is. RAF. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't want to cause offense. But yeah, they've been there for a fair while. Tripoli. Let's see. Where is it? So yeah, all these ships. Now I'm trying to... Sorry, I'm looking for... Fat Greenland wouldn't have... Will they be in... They're not in fishing season, I don't believe. Oh, they are. Okay, cool. I'm trying to get my thingies right. So there's the Canadians. Turkey, Iceland, Germany, Britain, Liverpool, Southampton. There is Landan. Greenwich. That was a power station, I think. Woolwich Arsenal. That's where they used to make the guns of London. Sadly, they closed down in the 80s. They moved up to Nottingham, made the SL 85, and sold up. Hmm. Let's see, Vauxhall, Lambeth. Hmm. No. Let's see. Tower of London. It's Colombian restaurant? Oh, yeah. Goes up and down the Thames. I was really tempted to actually call it the Thames, just for there then then the Thames. I don't know. I'm just trying to see. Let's see. Where is? I wonder if the Belfast would actually be on this thing. Where is it? I think there's even RNI. Yep, sorry, international. So the RNI are, I think, the boat people who rescue you. They're a charity. That's eight, I think 8 or 12 people, I think, full time in this area because there is such demand. But they are volunteers. RSPCA. Yes, okay. I know where we are. Let's see what is going on. Where is it? I think there's a... Aha. Guernsey. I think that's it. Look at that. How did I know? It's winter time, they'd be sheltering. Oh, is there actually someone on? Apparently so. Cool. Yeah, no. There is also Sark. Oh, wait, really? Oh, French sailing vessel. Mm. So, despite being a British territory, it's... well, so is Jersey, like... I think it's... okay. Sorry. My stream seems it's unstable, but it's like, it's fine. Let's see, where else I'd like to see. Let's see. I think there's... That's the entrance to the Mediterranean. Let's see. Syria. Oh, yeah, Syria's... Right. Apologies. If you... Yeah, sorry. If anyone's watching this, I don't know if it counts myself. Probably it is. But I'd really like to check out... Where was it? The Panama Canal. Where are you, Panama? Okay, there's Algiers, Morocco. Where are you? That's Suez. Where is Panama? Panama would be south. No, it'd be in the Americas. Surely. I admit I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I'm fairly ignorant. I'd assume there's Asia. Okay. Why is that? Why is that? I don't know why that's... Ah, right, that's what we're clicked on. Apologies. Right, so there's Ireland. So it would be... Yeah. There we go. I think this is where it is. The canal cuts across the continent. Nicaragua. Somewhere, is it? Where? No, this is it. Sorry. Just being an idiot. Alright, let's see. See what... I don't recognize that. Where is that? This details. Located Palma. It is container ship. Oh, it's Portugal. Right on. Right on. Ah, okay. They'll stop looking at that. I think it was the Americanos that made this thing. I think it was Theodore Roosevelt. I think he finished the job. But I think nationalized by who was before Reagan? It was the peanut farmer. What was his name? It's gonna drive me up the wall. Okay, let's do it. FDR, Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, JFK, Lyndon, Nixon, Ford. I can see his face. I can actually see his face. It's gone. I've got to look this up. Alright, 1 second. Okay. Peanut farmer Prez. What was his name? President. It was Jimmy Carter. That was it. He nationalized the Panama, gave it back to the country. A very unorthodox technique. But basically, at the time, Soviet Union were being a bit of a problem. And there was talks, how will the Soviet Union get through, with submarines or boats, and there's loads of speculation. So he says, well, we'll nationalize it and let them use it. And there's like, what? And the Russians like, what? But it's actually quite a clever tactic, because this has already been done and anyone can use it now. There'd be no point for the Soviets to actually build anything else or replace it with anything else. There's no point. It's already there. It's a fully utilized thing. It's well organized. Small tax to the local government. And it means that basically, if like the Navy were to attack or get into position, they would know it was through the strait. Because without it, without that go through, you'd have to go to, I think it's called Drake's Passage here. Nobody wants to go through here. Absolutely none. And it's quite brutal, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's probably the worst place you want to be. So through here, if we go down, this is, I think, Antarctic, not sure. But basically, here is where all the storms of the south down here and the hot climate here, they roar through here. It's an absolute disaster. Like, so many ships, like, so many people lost their lives, and so much cargo as well. As awful as it sounds, it's, well, there's let's not beat around the bush about this. It's absolutely horrendous. And that's to sort of get around this problem. Like, they tried, like, because I think this is the way to, like, so for context, let's see, where's somewhere you would know? Oh, Alaska, here. So Alaska, here. No, okay, no, Alaska was later. But let's say Los Angeles. Or, yeah. So if you wanted to go to, let's say, New York. So where are you? New York? You're somewhere up here. That's Nova Scotia. Whatever. The point is, like, if you wanted to go there, you'd have to, like, cut all the way down here, round and up. And that's where people most likely died. So, yeah. It's not fun. So they spent many years and many different designs and it's cost a lot of money to do. But doing that meant international shipping was a lot safer, a lot faster, and pretty much everyone won. So there's the bad part, because I think you have to go there to get to Australia. And think of the Horn. Where's the Horn of Africa? Because Africa is really interesting as well. Like, a tremendous amount of... There's Senegal, Morocco. Yeah, look at all this. United States? Don't know what that is. It's the Luke Burton Inland Supply Vessel. So I'd assume it'd be U.S. Navy? Inland vehicle, what type of... It's sailing under flag USA. So I think... yeah, I think it is. Yeah, cool. So I find... which river are we on? Let's see, Rosedale. Oh, Arkansas, Memphis, yes. Okay, yeah. So I assume this is the Mississippi. Like, let's see, where are you? Oh, wow, it's far. Let's see, where is the... I think, yeah. Port Arthur. Is that Texas? Yeah, that's Texas. That's where Janis Joplin was from. Of all things. Yeah, she was based there, then she moved up to San Francisco, came back, returned. Yeah. Beautiful singer. Maybe the best of all time. Tampa, Florida. The new Metropolitan. Let's see, Fort Lauderdale. Wonder if Houston... Let's see. Not many, actually. Corpus Christi, Mexico. Is there really a way? Oh, is that just borderlines? Never too sure. I always get lost in Mexico. a lot of the time. I'm getting better at it. Let's see. Colombia. Because I've heard Bolivia. Yeah, I forget who. Well, scale. This isn't. I don't know if this is scale. I'm not sure. Because I think near Africa, there is a place where you will not find any. Yeah, here it is. So, Somalia. Due to instability issues, they turned them off. They turned off the. Yeah, they turned them off there to try and stop. Oh, they not turned it off. Okay, that's. So, yeah, Somalia has one of the most tragic stories of Africa. So, what happened with Somalia? I think it was a colonial territory, then it became its own thing. Basically, a communist coup took over. Ethiopia actually was very good friends with the Soviets, who trained the guy who did the coup in this country. And basically, they invade. Like, he stole aid. He was terrible, man. And basically, he just caused massive instability. There's tribes there. Well, region by region. So it's like different families, and then it became civil war, and just everything that's tried has just not worked. Originally, pirates, privateers the fishermen were being attacked by privateers. Then the fishermen, what had happened was radioactive waste was dumped in Somalia. Because of the instability, there was no stable government. Because the government at the time, who was in charge, he didn't mind that much about all this, sadly. So, before I get ahead of myself, apologies. So the communist dictator invaded Ethiopia. The Soviets were actually very good friends, had very good relations with Ethiopia. Again, Cold War politics is deep, it's complicated, it's nuanced. So bear with us that. So the Ethiopians, being a bit more disciplined, a bit more prepared, and not being backed by the Soviets, they counterattacked, which caused people to flee. That caused the food resources ran out, and then it just, after which it just became town people against people, and that's continued to this day, unfortunately. But nuclear waste was dumped here, which killed the fish. So the fishermen resort to piracy because of the desperation of the situation there. And that's why pretty much all vessels, if you're going around there, have to be turned off, just for the safety and security. Because, like, if I can see this and I'm just any mug in the UK, imagine they could see the same documents, they could see where they are and see what's valuable. Basically, I don't know why this ship has... I don't know if it's outside. If it's... Yeah, I thought they would be turned off, but apparently not. I think that's Puerto Rico, is it? It's oil container. I think it is. Oh, it's Liberia. Okay. So, I'll try and find it. There's a tremendous amount of ships. There's actually quite... Well, so there's places in the world where boats are registered, in like Cayman Islands or like wherever. And what happened, it's kind of a really interesting story, actually, because this is a true story. It's about a gentleman who was trapped on a ship and couldn't leave. So this gentleman, I can't remember where, I read this story a while ago, so excuse me if I forget some of the details. What happened was he called into port, the ship called into port, and there was a minor problem. And the captain of the ship contacted the company, said, "Hi, we need $100 to fix a problem to get some. It says, okay, I'll send it. And he didn't. And it kept going on. Says, oh yeah, look, we just need. And then the bills kept rising because like they found other problems. Staying. I think they're staying outside of the port area, and they're sort of left stranded. And it became kind of this desperate situation as the crew don't like as days turned to weeks. The crew realized they weren't going to get paid, which is a surprisingly common occurrence. A lot of modern slavery is on the ships. Again, because different economies are stronger, what tends to happen is these weaker economies, they're charged far below international standard, and these people realizing actually we're not going to get paid here, we're going to abandon ship. Like, who's responsible for this vessel? And the people who own the company that owned the ship refused, stopped talking to them, disappeared completely. It's fairly quite common. So the captain spoke to this gentleman, and he said, "Hey, look, it's best if you look after the ship. It's in your interest." And he tricked him into signing over the deed, and he took over the responsibility of the ship. And the captain fled because, again, the ship's no good. Like, we're not getting our money here. We'll never get our money here. Like, the owners of the ship have gone, and the guy was stuck. He couldn't leave. He also couldn't go to shore because he didn't have visas. So he's sort of in this no man's land where he couldn't stay because he was running out of food, water, and he couldn't stay in land because he didn't have visas. And the poor guy was just like, he spent something like 16 months on this ship, and he started to develop scurvy, lack of vitamins, and the kind folks on the shore were like, this is kind of tragic. Like, what are we going to do? Like, he's literally rotting away out there. And the mayor was kind enough to say, look, you can't stay the whole day, but you can come on during the daytime, like swim to shore. And he rigged sort of like a couple of barrels, some wood, like of the ship, and he managed to go to shore and, get his teeth out that were rotting and, figure out a plan. And eventually, I don't know how, but he was given permission to go home, and like he managed to make it home. So he managed to get home in the end, but unfortunately, like, shipping companies, like, it's quite a brutal industry in that regard. But anyway, where were we? We were in Vietnam. Apparently, is that Cambodia? No, that's Vietnam. I hate getting that mixed up. Sorry, my knowledge is rudimentary. Okay, let's put on some different tunes. I'm feeling sort of a jazzy sort of night. Let's see, easy listening. Let's see. Piano music, maybe? No, it's just not. Let's see. Lo-fi. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right ambience. Oh, that might be fun. So, yeah, let's go. So, I'm changing over to coffee shop vibes. Lovely. And this music I've cleared. I bought a license for, so won't get any copyright, so that's good. Ho Chi Minh City. Wonder Cambodia. In fact, I think this is where Clarkson went. Sorry, the Grand Tour Boeing thing. I think they went down here. We went to. I was kind of scared to pronounce this. if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, because I don't know Vietnamese that well. But let's see. What sort of boats are there? It is a bulk carrier. Decent size on it. What are they? Long hung. No information. Seems to be stopped. It's an oil tanker. Let's see. Alright. Who's going at Oh, are they? No, good. I thought they were going to crash into each other. Let's see. Through Mexico, it is. Yeah, Vietnam's amazing. Look at that. It's all rivers and streams. If you're clever. Dang Trao. Oops. Don't know what happened there. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, probably just. Okay, Toki. This is all Vietnam. I'm trying to. Dasso City. Look at that. What is that? Unspecified. Could be fishing vessels, perhaps? Let's see, where are we now? That be China, yeah. Oh, there's a party here. There are actual vessels. There are actually vessels. Okay. This is North Korea. Yeah, there's the 47th parallel. I assume that would be China. I would have thought. Donggang. Yeah, that's. I think it's China. No, 100% China. But just the fact. I didn't even think any boats were allowed anywhere near the place. Apparently, it's Beacon Isolated Danger. What? Currently in the Yellow Sea. Is at Beacon Located Danger is sailing over the flag of Korea. I don't know what that means. Okay, I guess it's some sort of lighthouse, digital lighthouse, I would have thought. Where am I? Okay, right. Yeah, because that's. Let's see, what is this? It's a passenger. So I think somewhere around here, I think is where sailors accidentally rused the submarine. They lifted up a submarine and a bit of embarrassing. But yeah, they end up sailors not wanting to be caught, took their own lives. Not good. Let's see. 47th parallel. I think it's the 47th. Sorry, Korean. My knowledge of Korea is It's fairly it's not as where it should be. Put it that way. It's not ideal. Not at all. But I know bits of it from like the Korean conflict with America, and you know, or the American assistance and the peace treaty and the continuation of the war. Yeah, yeah, fishing's massive there. Just surprising there's such a big concentration, unless it's going into. What's it doing? It is a bulk carrier. Mm. Let's see, where are we now? We are in the South Island of the. I think it's the. I don't know. Is it Republic? Empire Japan? I'm not sure. I know it's Japan, the southern island, Nagasaki. Yeah, I think I know that. I at least heard the name. I'm trying to think of what. What did I do? It was Okinawa. Yes, I know. I used to know a lot about Okinawa mixed martial art. I studied it for a few years. But after a while, the passion had left me. It's really not that far, is it? In the Philippines, so there would be, yes. Where are you, Australia? You beauty. There's the North Island, South. Guinea, Papua New Guinea, Malaysia, Indonesia. Oh, Borneo. Okay. Okay. East Sea. Tokyo's massively busy. Let's go and see there. Brokerage. Oh, okay. Hydrofoil. Mm. Okay, Japan Coast. No. What kind of ship? It's Seven Island Tomo. Hydrofoil. Flag Japan. 27.6. Width of 8.5. Okay. Okay, let's look at some more. Where are we? We are in Japan mainland. We are in the South Island. Where are you? I'm just looking around. I sound like I'm after something particular, but I'm not really. This is just a fun thing for me. This is sometimes what I do. Just like there's something really nice about just looking around the world and just seeing. Oh wow, look at that! You know, it's an oil tanker. Like you can find out more details about it. Where it's just like incredible. Like how much infrastructure, how much work goes into making these things happen, making us be able to get stuff from like all over the world, like bananas and oranges. Like they don't grow in the UK at all normally, unless special conditions are met, obviously. But I mean, like bananas from Brazil have to be picked, have to be processed. Then that process then has to go to warehouse to the coast shipped over to Rotterdam, Southampton, or wherever, and then in another warehouse, and then brought to us fresh. You know what I mean? Like, I find that just so incredible. Like, it's Oh, look at that's a beautiful ship. What is it? Ooh, full taken 2 years ago. passenger ship. Model Apple app. I wonder. Just a cruise ship, I guess. Gorgeous, though. Okay, let's go back. It's a tug. Let's see. Osaka? Oh, Osaka. Osaka. Okay. Sorry. Ooh, I don't know where this is. So the blue ones are tugs, oil, Great Crane. That doesn't ring a bell. Asphalt, Bruteman tank. What are you? Okay. That's an additional. Okay. Let's see. Tokyo. Let's go. Man, you're busy tonight, aren't you? Or is it this morning? Fishery patrol vessel. Important. Very important. You don't want to go over your quota. You can lose a lot of money. A lot of money. What's that? Oh, look at that. Nippon Maru. Maru. Japanese coast. Sailing vessel. Okay. We've got a gem tonight. It's gorgeous. I don't know. Where is this, a naval trading vessel? Okay, hold on. Overview. Okay, I'm gonna need to know. Port Register year belt. There's gotta be something special about this. It's too beautiful not to be special. Nippon Maru is a Japanese museum ship, former training vessel permanently docked in Yokohama Harbor. Nippon Maru part built by the Kawasaki Shipping Company Incorporated in Kobe. Apologies. Sister ship operated maritime training vessel up at the War was removed, served as a training post-war motor ship. Her rigging reinstalled. Okay. Turned out she was just beautiful. Yeah, we struck gold. An absolute gem of a ship. I didn't know it was there. Fantastic. Love sailing ships. There it is. Huh. Tokyo Bay. Wonder if it's on a. Wonder if they're moving it. I don't know. Pleasure craft. Let's see. I can't believe we found a sailing ship, a Japanese sailing ship. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see. I think Mongolia, yes. I do know Mongolia. Just trying to think, where would I like to go? It's Greenland, awesome. Argentina. Still quite a lot of Falklands. Surprising amount around the Falklands. Oh yeah, forget how far away things are. No. Okay, that's Port Stanley. Sailing vessel. Hope. Crikey, they're brave. Let's see if there's any. I suppose the internet won't be great. Apparently, there's quite a few sailing craft around Stanley. Ah, there we go, fishing vessel. Okay. Okay, let's see. Alexander Island, Lursen Ice Shelf. Where are we? Okay, we're at the bottom of the world. Okay, let's see. Port Jean. I don't even. No, there's nothing there. French Southern Arctic lands. Where are we? Let's go to Australia. Australia's usually pretty good. Useless lip. For southwestern. Yeah, let's see, Tasmania. Wildest place on earth. 50% of the world's opioids come from there. Let's see. Is that... What about... Yeah, purple. Pleasure craft, mostly. Yep. As to be expected. Yeah. Let's see. I think... Let's go up a bit. Melbourne, southeast. And there's Brisbane. Up here is Queensland. There's Darwin. It's been a while since checked in with Darwin. Let's see what's going on. It's still pretty busy. It's shipping vessel. Usually Darwin's quite rural, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was fishing vessels for the most part. Or sailing. No. Charles Darwin University. Ocean Breeze. Yeah, it's Tanger. And where was it? It was down here somewhere. Let's see. Brisbane. The Gold Coast is usually pretty busy, so it's not surprising. Brazil's good. Let's see. United States. I assume that would be a fishing vessel. It's a passenger. So I'm just thinking it's going up and around. It'll stop. Oh, will it actually go to the sea? Yeah, I think so. Well, eventually. And then it'll lead to Alaska. Tug Special Craft. Emerald. Where is it? I'm trying to think. What's the capital? State capital. Bering Sea, Kodak Island. I can't remember. No, that's going to bother me. I know it's somewhere. There's quite a few. And then it leads to Russia. Russian Federation. Okay, where are we going to end up? Excuse me. Well, normally I end up in Brazil. Normally, I try to find Brasilia. Where are you, Brazil? You beautiful, beautiful country. Sao Paulo. Uruguay. Buenos Aires. Argentina. Let's see, Colombia. French Guinea. Proper Frenchman him. Proper. Let's see. I guess it's inland then. Salvador. Now look at I was fascinated by the rivers. You know? Just imagine what could be achieved. I wonder if they dug this out, just went and just went. No, it'd be impossible, but look at that. And plus the like you can get through Panama, so that's not needed. It'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I know this is I know this is pretty lame. But there's something about it. There's something about just going and seeing, all of this. It makes me feel better. Just seeing all these boats around the world. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining me. I've been Callie, and thank you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for joining me on YouTube. The other thing I was going to say, I know I've not been around, but I'm hopefully back to normal soon. So thank you very much once again. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Thank you very much. I'm also on Blue Sky as Kaliami with a K, and also on YouTube as Kaliami with a K. So if you want to see me there, or wherever you're seeing this, just know that it's really appreciated your time. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.